Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy TCG Dawn of Heroes Card of the Week reveal. This is Kageyama's last, but not the last for the series, right? Next week we have one more from Michelle, and then what? A week after that is pre-release, so this set should be coming out real soon. My spoiler. First of all, let me just say I've been sorry this one's a little late, and everything else is a little late. Final Fantasy 16 has consumed me, but we will catch up this week, so make sure to be on the lookout for that, and stay tuned for streaming, most likely Tuesday, tomorrow, I guess, when this comes out. We should be going live to talk about it and probably showing it off. So, yeah, let's get into it. We have Rude, Rufus, Reno. I guess the spoiler is actually Rufus. He's the legendary. But yeah, let's go through all these cards. Rufus, if you have card name Rude and card name Reno in your break zone, the cost required to cast Rufus is reduced by 2. When Rufus enters the field or attacks, select one of the following 3 actions: choose a forward, dull it, and freeze it. Choose a job member of the Turks in your break zone and add it to your hand, or your opponent discards a card. So yeah, the fact that the fact that it enters and attacks is what's gonna make a card like this scale really well. The reduction is actually very nice, right? So, if I'm not mistaken, either way he's 2 CP, right? It's just like turn 1 he's 2 CP, right? As long as you pitch one of these guys, because the second effect isn't contingent on like having the names, right? So it doesn't actually matter. So if you pitch a Rude and whatever else to get Rufus, you get Rude back, and turn 1 he's good, right? If he isn't answered, he starts taking away cards from you. So right away, he's a big threat. And a turn 1 7K isn't the worst thing. It's much better than the 2 cost 5Ks that we've seen so frequently, so often. So I like this already. We're big Turks fans here on this page too, so this is very exciting. Next we have Rude. You can only pay with CP produced by backups to cast Rude, which I don't like, but when Rude enters the field, choose a forward your opponent controls, dull it, and freeze it. And then Haymaker, an S1 ice CP, choose a dull forward, break it. The Haymaker's nice, I think. It's not too expensive. Being able to recur Rudes and having like infinite copies of this guy already seems nice. I think Ice and probably... I think we can do Ice Earth in this version, or Ice Lightning for sure, to have the Seng as always, and the Searcher, and the President Shinra, but we'll see. I'm not too happy about the Rude, except his S. Next is when Reno attacks, you may search for a card named Rude forward of cost 4 or less and play it onto the field. For 1 ICP, Reno gains haste, and until the end of the turn, he gains haste until the end of the turn, and choose up to 2 forwards and dull them for an S. That's very nice. I like there's definitely some synergy here, and I think Kageyama highlights that in this last part. You can attack with Reno, bring in this guy, have him dull and free something. That way the attack is safe and clear. So you should be able to do this clean at least one time, like just to either sneak in the damage or to get the body, right, or both. And so that's definitely their synergy here. It's a shame you can't bring in the backup. That would be a different that would give this deck or these cards a little more flexibility, but that's okay. We're okay with that. It's not limited by elements, so we could bring in this one, which does what we said, or what we've seen here, or we still have the one in the past, which gives the buff, gives the 1K buff and Brave to them. And it's just a matter of which we prefer. We'll probably have to play an extra, probably one of those lightnings, if anything, just to make this Haymaker a little more live. And I like that idea. So, and it also will give you that flexibility that the deck probably needs in terms of what it's going to do, right? Because if you have all 3 of them already, I think this guy dulls everybody, and this guy gives you haste, right? So, like in the lightning versions that we've used to from the starter deck, and the choose up to 2 forwards thing and dull them will kind of supplement that effect from the lightning one. So either way, you're kind of dealing with their forwards while pushing for game. The combo seems very aggressive. Ice isn't normally known for like value, like super value, without like reducing your hand size, right? Like they're not drawing multiple cards a turn. You know, they don't really cast Warrior of Light right now and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's very good. They have very good synergy together. I like the cards. Rufus is again the highlight. Again, I don't see I'm pretty sure turn one. This guy's coming down every game turn one, or at least that's the plan, right? Whether it's the Searcher, whether you open your hand either an Ice Searcher, or the 7 Searcher, or the President Shinra, or right, like being able to search him somehow, right? At least 1 or 2 Turks, and either way he comes out for 2 CP turn 1 to discard, or let me correct that. You can either make him 2 CP, which is probably the best way to go to make him threatening. Like that way you don't lose too much value, right? So it's, for example, you sail, search Rufus, you have at least one of these guys in your hand. If not both, if you open both, then it's just, you know, pitch them both, search, and then he costs 2 anyway. But you could always just pitch 2 more and get 1 back, and then next turn we do the thing or whatever, right? So we do the Reno Rude thing or whatever. And so it's interesting enough how he kind of like applies pressure immediately. It kind of reminds me of the Sephiroth, where if you let him go on a little too long, he has this option to discard your cards and kind of make things bad. We're also like, if you just go handless in this one, he can Dole Freeze a forward, or even or just start recurring stuff, which is great, right? Because the value is going to be is insane there. And if I have you know, Rude or Reno open, then these S's are magnificently alive. So yeah, it's very strong. Kagenama just highlights all of this stuff, like I said. Next week we have the final card of the week, which is Rochelle is going to show off a light element card with a brand new artwork. So stay tuned. Please, guys, let me know what you guys think of these cards. Drop them in the comments below. Are you excited for this? I know you requested the Turks deck profile or something, so I think that one's going to get pushed over to the beginning of next set. Unless you still want the one for the current set, in which case we can obviously do both. It's no big deal. The Golbez video should be wrapping up soon and everything else. I should be focusing on content this week, guys. I'm going to put Final Fantasy 16 down. Please stay tuned for my stream. We'll be streaming tomorrow, hopefully. We'll be going over all the spoilers, plus showing off our